What is the role of government after the pandemic is over? And what are the hard truths that will guide us? The past few months have seen this pandemic transform from a health emergency into a unique, once-in-a-century social crisis. The policy and political response is ushering in the era of the safety state, a fundamental change and a response to today's complete breakdown of social trust and stability. There are three essential characteristics of the safety state. First, it's a world that is turned upside down. Second, it is anchored in a lack of trust in other people and in social structures. And third, there's a deep yearning for certainty and protection. The crisis moment will dissipate with time, but the safety state will continue, with its permanent economic dislocation, new social attitudes towards risk and safety, and outsized emphasis on trust and security. The safety state is rooted in a number of hard truths that both confuse and complicate how we adjust to this momentous change in social habits. First, the catalyst for change is an invisible pathogen in itself that can be transmitted by anyone and in any location. Risk is potentially everywhere and fundamentally unknowable. Second, perception of risk is the factor changing people's behavior, not the risk itself. There's no reason to believe that the perception will fade with the pandemic. Third, this change is all about us and our attitudes. It is a mass market force that can be shaped by public policy, but society at large is really in the driver's seat. Fourth, the pandemic is important, but its follow-on impacts into the economy, society, and ultimately politics are and will be orders of magnitudes higher than the health effects. The real public issue is the pandemic response and how that changes going forward. Fifth, the adjustment costs are enormous and will grow over time. Barriers to social interaction create inevitable economic bottlenecks and challenge our traditional freedoms and quality of life. Sixth, there is an old normal. That time just ended in February. What we're living through now is a kind of suspended animation, 100% stalled in the moment. Call it the unnormal. A sustainable future has yet to arrive. Seventh, there are still huge challenges. Widespread business failures, an army of unemployed, economic transitions, fiscal unsustainability, and the ultimate political price to be paid through protest and elections. So, what is the role of government in this safety state, given these hard truths? Governments can facilitate rather than impede this transition. It can guide social attitudes by building confidence, creating trust, and enhancing safety. I can offer at least 25 specific policies that are forward-thinking, preventative, flexible, light touch, and transparent, and that support economic transitions and fiscal sustainability. These include the following: funding virus detection and destruction technologies, creating and expanding restriction-free safety zones, basing public health restrictions on absolute risk levels and not on changes over time, providing detailed contagion case information to allow people to self-select risk, opening public discussions to live, online, and included public input, setting aside infrastructure for new modes of activity, and building local action coalitions with business and civic groups. You can find these and many more policy ideas in my Hard Truths article medium.com. The ultimate solution to this momentous issue, however, is for people to accept the risk of the coronavirus in the same way that we accept other public health risks and then go about our daily lives. Such a change in social attitudes can come in a number of ways: by eliminating the coronavirus threat, by creating a new social safety consensus, or by tolerating the ongoing health risk. Until that happens, we will live with the rather profound and disruptive consequences of the safety state. I'm Mark Mullins.
Commentary That Matters is a partner program of Conversations That Matter. The production of this show is made possible thanks to your generous support. Please become a Patreon at patreon.com/commentary that matters and become a subscriber so that you don't miss a single episode of Commentary That Matters.